Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Starting 11 here on the Good Friends Better Rivals channel, part of the Let's Get Ready network. I'm Adelia. I'm here with my buddy Snark. It was quite the weekend for both our teams.
It was a fine weekend. I will say I've had much worse weekends. I can tell you that in this crazy league. It's always nice to beat Nottingham Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, it's as much about the drama that was going on behind the
Yeah,
scenes
yeah.
over at the city grounds and what was going on actually on the pitch. 'Cause on the pitch, Forrest didn't look too bad for the first 20 minutes, but you listen to the color commentary guy, and they're just dominating Chelsea. Oh my God, they dominated that first half.
Yeah.
But I have a, I have a little, I don't know, not a suggestion. I have a theory.
Okay.
Oh, I remember the word. Okay, I think Morgan Gibbs White is missing that on purpose. All right. He has two great chances to score in the first 20 minutes. He
Mm-hmm.
flubs them both terribly.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a little upset. Now, he may be the only person who's ever been upset about not going to Tottenham,
Maybe.
but I think he's taking it out on a certain rotund owner there
Marinakis is not having a good week, man. He's just not having a good week.
there's people having worse weeks than
There
Marinac.
are people having worse weeks than Marinakis, but he he's something.
Yeah, he's something. So let's go to the second half, shall we?
Yeah.
So Chelsea changed their shape.
Mhm.
They decide, well, we're going to give Mark Gue an actual shot at leading the line in the Premier League. So they put him in. They take Garnacho off. They take Romeo Lavia off, who didn't look great. You know,
Okay.
we saw him play much better before. I think in shorter spurts. Caicedo was just, not at 100%, I guess, to start the thing.
Mhm.
Uh, Enzo Fernandez was off the entire game. He had a nick that he picked up during the international break, so he was just off. He wasn't going to play. Caicedo comes in second half as well in the 45. They look much different. Mark Gue looks very good at 19 years old, running the line for Chelsea. So
He
now
did,
we
yeah.
so now we can say, they can keep now maybe they can keep the shape that they actually want, which was to keep the shape that they were using in the preseason, using Liam Delap to run the line before. Of course, he gets injured. Like everyone else, look at Cole Palmer, not going to be playing until at least December. Now they're saying they gave him 6 more weeks. They gave him 6 more. They gave him 6 weeks off or whatever at the beginning. Now it's another 6 weeks. He's like, what is it,
Yeah.
Groundhog's Day or whatever. So yeah, and he saw his shadow. Now he has 6 more weeks off. So now they can use Pedro, João Pedro, as the 10 like he wants. So he can play a little further back, and he looked much more comfortable when he didn't have to keep running forward and stuff like that. It looked fine. This is all to say they were playing Nottingham Forest, who were terrible,
Yes.
terrible, especially in that second half. And it didn't start out
Forest
well.
were so bad in that second half.
Not good, not good. I think they just had no. Uh, I have something to say after the game, but maybe something that Ange said, and I'm not sure if
Okay.
he actually said it or not.
Okay.
But it'd be funny if he did. Now, starting off, Josh Achampong. Kid comes to Chelsea at 8 years old. 11 years later, he's not only starting a match for them, he's scoring in that match, gets his first senior goal out of boy. Just 3 minutes later,
Mhm.
it's Neto from a free kick. Now the color commentator again was going off on was it Matt Sells that was in that or whatever, saying that you should get to something like that. It's like I don't know how we're supposed to get to that. It was a
I don't know
pretty,
how he was supposed to get to that either.
it's a curling low shot.
Yeah.
Anything low to a corner is terrible to
Very
get to for a goal.
difficult for a goalkeeper to get to.
Yeah, but oh no, like Forrest could do no wrong at points. Yeah, just drives you nuts after a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah, but then if I listen to the Chelsea audio feed and it's just too Chelsea, like I appreciate
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
tension, a little bit.
I mean, we'll
Anyways,
we'll talk about some biased commentary in a little bit.
okay, sure. Now, uh, So Neto scores at the 51-minute mark.
Mm-hmm.
By the 60th minute mark, Marinakis isn't around in the seat, and
No,
he was sitting right by where, of course, Enzo Maresca sent off at the end of the last match for
there's a
running down
great
to
clip
celebrate.
of Maresca celebrating in the stands and
Mere
Marinakis in the
feet,
background.
mere feet from Marinakis,
Yeah.
who's tearing a hole through this damn pitch with his eyes, or at the
Mm-hmm.
sideline, maybe more to say at the sideline, because from what we hear or what I've heard, he goes down into like into the undergrounds there and by the lockers. He gets a technical director to go up and tell Ange while the game's going on he's finished. And that's it. While
While
he's on
the
the pit,
game was going on, because I
that's what
heard that was after the game.
he's
George
officially fired after the
Sierra.
game. I think he was
Yeah.
told like this is going to be it. So yeah, Ange when he's like as soon as the game is done, goes in, talks to the guys real quick, says thank you for all your training and stuff like that, and he's out. There was no emotional thing. He was already
Yeah.
told. Supposedly,
Wow.
guys, not a reporter. I'll just report things I read on
We are
the internet
we are
because I
not
can.
reporters. No, we're
Because I
not
can.
journalists.
Yes. Now,
Not reporters.
also,
Want to say hi to Ryan in the chat real quick. Hey y'all, good week of Premier League, but have a bigger sport to enjoy here in Canada. Let's go Blue Jays!
bigger.
Indeed, that's
Yes.
phenomenal for the Blue Jays last night. So
Loved it. Loved it. Uh, I was in and out of sleep for the whole thing or whatever. I'm glad I was up for parts of it. So Reece James is going to score again in the 80. Was it the 83rd minute, something like that? Uh,
can we talk about the red
from a
card? When was
oh,
the red card?
that happens after.
Okay.
So yeah, in the 83rd minute, Reece is going to score. It comes from a corner. Chelsea doing something they weren't doing the last couple of years, and that's scoring off of set pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets it in. Huge smile from the captain. It's nice to see him playing. It's nice to see him
Yeah.
playing 90 minutes. It's nice to see him scoring goals again. Feels like everything's right when he's there. And speaking of guys that grew up in the Chelsea system, somebody that Achapunk can look up to is
Mm-hmm.
right there. Here's your captain. So yeah, it's in the 86th minute. Is it a Chelsea match if someone isn't sent off?
I mean, that's the question I have is ill discipline there starting to be a problem, or is this just
It's their style.
coincidence? Well, their style's getting them red cards in like what 5 of the last 6 games,
I
either a
think
player or coach.
Yeah, I think Maresca's fine with it. He wants them to be aggressive and something. Chelsea,
Hmm.
doesn't get a lot of calls. That one from last night, I think, or from the on Saturday was Gusto looks like he's on the ground. The guy steps in between his legs, goes down pretty easy. I don't know if that's a yellow. If he was swiping at him, I would say yes. But
Yeah,
it looks like the guy just stumbles over Gusto and they puts out the yellow card. Like whatever.
I mean, the
I'm not going to
referee,
lose sleep because Malo
like
Gusto isn't going to be on for the next match at
well,
Sunderland.
yeah, I understand that, but a lot of this I think goes down to the refereeing is just so bad in this
Yeah, it's bad.
league.
It's bad.
Um,
We've said that for so long, and then now
Yeah,
it's just like
they're doing
what it is.
nothing to correct it. They don't care
No,
that the refereeing is bad.
no.
And then they send Howard Webb out there to justify all the horrible decisions that were made that week.
Well,
It's
yeah.
just so dumb.
They send Howard Webb. They have Sky TV. They have everything else just
Yeah.
to support these guys. It's a crock. But what are
Yeah.
you gonna do? All you can
I
hope.
just wondered if you think it's becoming an issue that this is happening because one of these days it's going to affect an Fernandez or Moises Caicedo,
Yeah.
and that's going to be like the
Oh,
week
Moises
before a
Caicedo
really
for sure is going to be sitting out a match because of too many yellow cards.
yeah, but it's going to be something that's going to affect you guys the week before a pretty big game and might affect your lineup at some point, and then it's just going to be like, well, is this really the way you want the team to play?
I say the lineup's been affected all year. We've had people either injured or out and stuff like that. I think this is just part of how Chelsea has to play from now on. That's why they got all these guys that can play the same style of football all the
Yeah.
time. So in and out, in and out. And like
So you mean you
Melo,
have to rotate the squad?
yeah. Oh, yeah. You have
Apparently,
to.
apparently you're not supposed to do that.
Oh, my God, really? Well,
We'll talk about
maybe.
that in a minute.
Speaking of rotating, like, how is Chris Woods not starting for Forest?
Did
What
you
is
see
he
the Chris Wood
doing?
tweet
No, I did not.
where he basically said this is how you tank a club in 6 months?
Maybe that's it. Maybe he's tired of not winning a trophy there. So he's gonna. Well, we got a good shot at the championship. Plus, he gets so much money by winning that championship every year. So we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. But yeah, Chelsea just breezed through the second half. They get the 3 points to say thank you very much for that. Of course,
Mhm.
Ange gets fired, and of course they hire Sean Dyche.
Of course. Ange, the official announcement on Ange getting fired comes, I believe, 18 minutes after the full time tweet from Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
So it's full time, and then 18 minutes later, Ange is fired.
yeah.
Like
Mind
that's.
you, all the time that the he would like all the time that the players are standing around applauding and stuff like that, thanking the
Mhm.
fans. He just did a quick one, turned around, did his jacket up,
Yeah.
and
Got his stuff, got in his car, drove away.
got the hangman's noose around his neck, and that was it. Yeah,
Does
so
Ange Postecoglou ever manage in the Premier
never.
League again?
No, no, no.
No.
Nope. Unless he brings a team, like if he's in the championship and he
Yeah.
can get a team promoted, which I doubt. But it might,
Mhm.
in 2 years, if he kept that
I
team, it
mean,
might do it.
if you just go off the this year, he's been fired twice.
Yeah.
He was fired in June by Tottenham after winning the Europa League, but again, Tottenham finished one place above the relegation zone last year.
Hmm.
They were awful. That Europa League was a fluke.
Yep.
And he's been fired twice this year.
Yeah.
Uh I just don't see him managing in the Premier League again. I don't even see a championship club giving him a chance unless they're really desperate to like
Yeah.
stay or something because like his record is just not good.
No, no, no. Yeah, there's where would you go? Like you go to like Pompey or something like that, but they're just so mid level even in the championship. They're never going to do anything. Portsmouth, no, no, no. Like, I don't see where he would go. Then you have to look overseas where he goes. Like I was thinking,
Back to
like we were talking about the
Scotland,
thing, like
maybe?
Scotland, maybe Scotland, and not even like Hearts, like lower than Hearts and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, he wouldn't. He's not a high level coach. It seems, even though he's less than 6 months removed from a
I
from
I
a
saw
Europa
a
League
very
trophy.
funny tweet from someone
Mhm.
who said that if he was to fly back to Melbourne, he could watch all 8 of his Nottingham Forest games back to back and still have time to watch the Crocodile Dundee trilogy before he lands. And I thought that was very funny.
You only need to watch the first one. It's the
Mhm.
only one that cares. The second one is bleh. That third one, and also they made a fourth where he's in the U.S. government or something like. Yeah,
I
I
have
don't know.
no idea, I've never seen any of them.
Big junk. You've never seen
I've
Crocodile
never seen
Dundee?
Crocodile Dundee. I know who Crocodile Dundee is,
Sure.
but I've never
Paul
seen the
Hogan.
movies.
What a national hero he is, I'm sure, to Australia. Yeah. So yeah. So that's it. So that one thing that Andrew whatever said, like I'm sure this wasn't him, but it was something on one of the things, Instagram or something, about how Marinakis would come in and eat all the food, so that by the time the guys came in for training, they had no energy to play.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
There's
I
no
hope.
way he said that. No way. But
I
that's
hope he
funny.
did. I hope he just took that
I did
bitterness.
enjoy the, Gone in 18 Minutes memes, the Gone in 60 Seconds knockoffs that I saw.
Yeah,
Those were very good as well.
yeah,
Sean Dyche, let's just talk about him for a second.
sure.
I think he has the ability to maybe keep them up, but it's not gonna
It's
be
got
anything
talent.
more
There's
than that.
talent there.
There is
There's
talent
talent.
there. Yeah, there is talent there.
Mhm.
I don't think it's gonna be like anything more than that. I can't see them finishing in the top half of the table or anything with
Oh
Sean
no,
Dyche as their
oh no,
manager, but
no, no, no.
I think he might be able to keep them up.
Yeah, I was looking at the teams that are in the bottom. They're all, I don't know if you'd say legacy teams, but teams that have been around the Premier League for a while. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure that Forest is going to get up. It isn't going to be all.
Did you see the tweet Forrest put out announcing Sean Dyche was the manager? It's like paragraphs
Oh my
about
god.
him and his assistants and how they all used to play for Forrest and all
Yeah, I
this.
know that one of the assistants was an old academy guy and stuff like that that
Yeah.
played 200 games or something like that for Forest. It's like,
Mhm.
yeah, great. you know,
Yeah.
doesn't
No,
doesn't
it's
mean he's a good
long.
coach,
It's
but
long.
yeah, no, I couldn't care less. No, well, you know what? If Forrest stays around, fine, good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could care less
Yeah.
if either they drop down or it's one of those teams that, I don't hate, but I hate a lot of them.
It's just an astounding downcline after the
What a
turnaround Nuno
reversal of
gave to them
fortunes.
last year.
What a reversal of fortunes for these guys. Ridiculous. And you thought getting rid of Steve Cooper. I thought, oh, how could you do it? They get
They got
Nuno in
Nuno.
there.
I didn't think Nuno was a good fit
Fantastic.
when they hired him,
He's
and he
fantastic
was
with them.
great, and then it's just like this nonsensical grade school bullshit that gets
Yeah.
Nuno out the door.
Ego is a powerful thing. Ego's a
Yeah,
powerful thing.
yeah.
Anyways, good luck to Sean Dyche. You're
Good
gonna
luck
need
to
it, pal.
Cardish. Yeah.
Yeah. Gotta wake up early to get in the buffet line. Okay, what are we doing next? Arsenal.
But Marinakis's bad week. I
Oh,
mentioned
yeah.
they
What happened?
hit Olympiacos lost
Oh,
6-1 to Barcelona today,
yeah.
and he
What
was
are you gonna
there,
do?
and he looked
What is
awful.
he expecting?
I know.
Olympiacos gonna. Oh, we're gonna give Barcelona a fight.
Yeah.
Come on.
But like this whole thing with Marinakis, I just keep thinking back to you talking about that interview with him, Morgan Gibbs White, with him standing right next to him in
Yeah, sure
in the
should.
preseason. Like that's a controlling owner, and I don't like that kind of stuff in sports.
No,
So this is
no.
not going to be good for Nottingham Forest, even if
That
Sean Dyche keeps them
that
up.
wasn't cool. I may
No,
have laughed about it a little bit, but that's probably laughter out of nervousness because
yeah,
that was certainly not cool
no,
at all. Okay,
no.
speaking of not
Okay,
cool, you guys were at the cottage.
we went to the cottage. It was an awful game. Matt and
It
I
was
did a watch along for
terrible.
this.
It was terrible.
It was terrible game, absolutely
Yeah.
terrible game. We had a corner in the second half. Everybody went to Gabriel and Gyökeres, and Leandro Trossard was just hanging out at the back post. It went off his like shin or something and in,
Yeah,
and we won. That's really all I have to say about this game. There's not
that was
much to say about this
that's it.
game.
It's what it is, efficient. I think you
It's
could say.
efficient
You guys didn't allow a shot on net. You
for the
guys
second
just
straight game.
Yeah, you guys are just suffocate teams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're not looking to press for goals. It seems I had this whole thing written out and stuff like that when I was doing notes this weekend. It's like we know Eze can be go hot and cold
Mm-hmm.
very easily and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But always, I wouldn't say that he's hot and cold only when it comes to the stat sheet. I think he always plays well. That being said, it's like you guys needed the striker. Gilchrist is the man. You go get him. He has 3 goals in 660 minutes or something like that, which isn't great considering one of them was a penalty. As like, are you guys a little getting to worry a little bit about Gyökeres? And then you guys played Champions League football today, and it seems fine.
Yeah. I didn't see the Champions League game today. I was at the hospital visiting my mother. She had her knee replaced.
Mm.
And I was listening to it though, on my headphones while we were talking and waiting for doctors and stuff, physical therapists. And it was just a 0-0 game, and then all of a sudden the first goal went in, and then 3 more went in 13 minutes, and the whole mood of the Emirates changed. You could tell it was a party atmosphere after that. And yeah, Gyökeres scored 2 goals today. Like they're like going like, oh, set piece FC. So many of them were from corners. Who cares?
Yeah.
Is what I have to say. It's
Part of
part
the
of the
game.
game. You can score from corners. We'll get back to that statement in a moment. Um, I just don't understand why so many people this year, and I think it's because Liverpool suck right now that this is happening, are just like, this shouldn't be allowed, and I hate that this is happening, and why are there so many long throws, and blah 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 blah.
I
We'll
think it's
get to
awesome that there's long throws back in the
I
sport.
it's part of the
Fantastic.
game. If you
Yeah,
can
but if you can
use
actually
that,
do it,
yeah, if you can use that to score a goal, you should totally do it.
rather
And
have positive than negative possession.
I don't
Ridiculous.
care that Virgil van Dijk can't deal with a long throw, apparently. Like, that's up to Virgil to correct. That is not gotta mean that we're gonna change our strategy. Because if you go into a game against Liverpool and you know that they can't handle long throws, do them.
Yep.
Like, this is how sports work. It's tactics and stuff. And I'm just really sick of listening to Jamie Carragher and Arne
Oh,
Slot talking about how like all of this is just bad. Like, no, it's not. Tactics evolve.
Yeah.
And we'll get to Arne Slot's comments after the Liverpool game. Um,
Well, good.
but
I
I
haven't heard.
can't. I really honestly thought that he was joking. Like these had to be like fake comments and stuff that they came up with, but apparently they're not because
The
I've seen
blubbering
them
has begun.
everywhere.
The blubbering
Yeah.
has begun. The excuses are coming.
Well,
Like we said last year, why were they so good? Consistency. They were the most consistent club all throughout. Even the
and they
preseason,
changed
they lose
their
Klopp.
whole team.
They keep everything. They just add Chiesa. This year,
Yeah.
they do everything.
They changed their whole team. They spent so much money. Nobody and like the media is bending over backwards to make it seem like other teams actually spent more in net spend or whatever. And like I don't care about any of that. They spent over $500 million. Like they've got striker that's 150 million pounds or whatever Isak was that looks
Mhm.
terrible in a Liverpool shirt compared to the way he looked in Newcastle. You've
Yeah.
got Florian Wirtz, who is
Who has
also over a hundred
a
million
very
pounds
expensive
and
seat.
just what is he doing? But they're inventing stats to make it look like
I
he's
know.
really affecting the game and stuff. I'm just so sick of it. And we're 8 games into this season.
Yeah.
Just 8 games.
Hmm.
It's driving me nuts. Anyways, let's move on.
Yep. Almost at the quarter mark. Almost at the quarter mark. Okay. Let's go to Brighton. Let's
Yeah.
go to the Amex. And Danny Welbeck scoring a brace,
Mhm.
sandwiching in between another goal by Nick Woltemade. Nick Woltemade's come in. He's looked very good. He has 4 goals.
He's been good for Newcastle so
He
far.
may be a lone bright spot in a Newcastle team that seems to
Yeah.
be struggling or floundering
Mhm.
early. They had those same kind of problems. So last year, I think it was adjusting to the Champions League now and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
they should be better. They should. They got rid of Isak. Sure, Waltamita. I think Waltamita has been well. Obviously, she's been playing better than Isak, but I think he's going to be more than a capable replacement. I don't see where Isak is going to get any better, even at the national team level. So we're going
Yeah.
to talk about that in a
Well, we'll
little
talk
while
about that
too.
in a second too.
Yeah. Welbeck getting the winner in the 84th. Danny Welbeck, slow start to the year. Now has 4 goals, so he looks to get back into that.
Danny Welbeck's doing really well for Brighton the last few weeks.
He's a former gunner. Are you happy to see this late career resurgence of Danny Welbeck
I
here for
am
Brighton?
because most of his Arsenal career was pretty blighted by injury, and I always thought he was a good player at Man United, and I thought when he was able to play for us, he was a pretty good player. Um, he fits into the system in Brighton very well. He
Yeah.
does what needs to be done at Brighton, and he's getting rewards for it right now. So
Yep. Trusted to lead the line, which is crazy. One thing about that Walter Mayday goal is you just see them the size, the Erling Holland esque size. You think that's all he is? His goal, a nice little a back heel flick
it was very
into the
nice.
net, coming from behind him. I was like, whoa, this guy seems to have like a 5 point attack and stuff like that. He can do it
Yeah,
all.
he's
So, all
very
right,
good.
I don't wish him
I'd
that much.
never heard of him until Newcastle bought him, but he's
Yeah,
been very good for them.
yep, yep, that's good business, and they had the money to spend. Okay,
Mhm.
Burnley and Leeds played. Clarence let Leeds have 69% of the ball. They want to just sit on it because they didn't know what the hell to do with it. The shot differences was 19-4. Not the shots on, but the shot differences was 19-4. But it's Leslie Ugachuko, the former Chelsea guy, getting a real nice cross from Kyle Walker, which is still so strange to see him
Strange.
playing in claret red.
Yeah.
Anyways, he gets a nice cross into Chuko for the opening goal, and then Loom Chuna comes in the 58th minutes. 10 minutes later, a rocket from
Mhm.
outside the box under the bar. It's a 2 goal lead. It's a 2 goal win for Burnley.
Yep.
uh, 3 points of turf more. These are the games you want to
That's
stay
what
up.
they have to do.
You
That's
still
what
want to
they have
stay
to
up.
do.
You beat your co guys up there like Leeds. Now Game of the weekend.
Yes.
Palace and Bournemouth.
Mhm.
Uh, Fantastic football to watch. Cherries really took it to Palace at Sellers Park.
Yep.
First half, and all through Eli Krupe with a couple of goals. First, just some sloppy defending
Mhm.
to get in there. Not great. Second half, it's JP Mateta's turn. He's
He
gonna
was fantastic in that game in the second half.
he gets his first in the 64th. He gets another in the 69th. Bournemouth is going to come back, though. Ryan Christie, I believe it is. Yes.
Mhm.
He's going to score in the 89th minute. Cherry sick, they win this thing. Except
They don't.
before Ducati decides he's going to bring down Mark Gahey in the box on a corner. This is one of several penalties that could have been called there.
Mhm.
It looks like Cherries literally were hanging on at the end.
Yeah.
They called the Gahey one because you can't drop the captain like that or whatever on a corner.
Yeah.
Up steps Mateta. He'll score. He gets the hat trick, but it's not done yet. It's tied 3-all, and in the 99th minute, your old pal Eddie Nketiah makes a
Mhm.
real nice play to find Mateta all alone in front. When I say all alone, there's nobody around him. The keeper still too near the net. It's an easy 4-3 win for Palace, but
No.
he puts it maybe 50 feet in the air, or
Yeah.
straight up. He can't believe it. Nobody can believe it. The announcers can't believe it. You see Ollie Glasser on the side start laughing. Start laughing because what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Like,
Yeah, it's either laugh or cry at that point.
yeah, poor JP Mateta has a a career game. It's 3 goals and just an absolute killer second half.
Mhm.
And to have to be had to leave disappointed because you couldn't get that fourth one. It was so easy, so tantalizing right there. Too
Yeah.
bad. Oh well. He plays for Palace. What do you want?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I bet our buddy Ryan Christensen enjoyed that game in the end. I don't think he might have enjoyed the beginning of it so much, but
No, if he, he's busy pacing and stuff. So I would imagine during halftime. All right. We'll talk about another match for Saturday.
okay.
City goes playing Everton. Erling Haaland decided he was going to win the
Mhm.
match basically by himself. He scores 2. He has 11 goals now. This is classic City ball. They had 71% possession. They
Yeah.
never let Everton near it. They
Yeah.
just played around with them for a little while.
Mhm.
Take 3 points. City maybe turn their ship back around here, but we'll see. It's
Yeah.
you can beat the clubs like Everton and stuff like that. So when you start beating the bigger clubs, let's see
City
what
have definitely played better since Donnarumma came in. Um, Trafford was not doing it for
he
them.
stunk. Yeah, that was a
No.
terrible decision. I think that was just a gut decision. This kid was here before, he grew up and stuff like that. Should have just
Mhm.
let him go. Should have just let
Yeah.
him go. But
Yeah.
you got to be so smart, don't you, Pep?
Yeah.
Oh well.
Donnarumma's
Overpay for
definitely
Donnarumma.
played better than he did, and that's made it a little easier for the defense. So
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I still don't think City are gonna win the league this year, but who knows? They might. I've said that before. But
I don't think people are rushing to the betting boxes to put
no,
money down on City this year.
no. City has had some very inexplicable results for them.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they beat Everton. Of course, they're going to beat Everton. Everton can't have Jack Grealish playing in this game. Of course, they're going to beat Everton.
Yep. Yeah, you can't play a lone player against his parent club.
Yep.
As much as he may have wanted to play in this match, I'm sure he did. Okay,
Hmm.
moving on. Let's go to the Stadium of Light. Ah, Nordi Mukiele's first Premier League goal comes with a real nice give and go, actually, with fellow wingback Trey Hume. Of course, Mukiele is having to play right back, even though he is a center back. They have to switch some stuff around. So there you go. There's the little digging I did on who the heck is Mukiele because I never heard him before.
I'd never heard
Anyway,
of him either.
yeah,
So
Ladislav Krejci ends up deflecting a Chimingde Talby cross into his own net from well outside the box at the end. Yeah, you got to feel bad for the guy, but how do you let something like that deflect in from so far away? That's just poor
I don't know.
all the way around. Wolves are their point
Wolves
streak
are Wolves are
stuck,
bad. Wolves are
slammed
very
in their
bad.
faces.
Yeah.
You know, stuck on 2 points. Sunderland has seventh spot in the Premier League.
Sunderland,
Sorry,
more points than Southampton from last season. They've played 30 games less.
Southampton, literally one of the worst clubs of all time.
Yeah.
Said it before. I'll say it again. Okay, you want to go to the North London Centre for despair?
Sure.
All right. Tottenham hosting Aston Villa. Ooh, two teams I could not care less for. So Rodrigo Betancourt is going to score 5 minutes in. Oh, North London, going to get excited by this.
Oh, yeah.
It
Half
was a
of North London,
yeah,
not all of it.
some of it. Yeah, it's a nice cross by Kudus.
Mhm.
To be fair, who's got to be their best player this year. Anyways, it sets up a header from Jalpolinia. It goes to Ben Gordon. It goes off. I thought it went off of somebody's butt, but I think it goes off of Onana's leg and in. I don't know if it was going to go in, but they give it to Bentancur. Anyways, but it really doesn't matter. Morgan Rogers is going to score in the 37th. A real nice seeing eye shot from right here on the top of the box, just past Vicaria's fingers. Nice
Yeah.
goal. Pardon me, guys. Second half, Emiliano Buendia is going to come on 61st minute for Evan Gusand, and in the 77th, he's going to
Mhm.
curl a nice low shot. Like I said, you keep it low. It's so difficult to stop. It's going to curl in from the top of the box to the far side net. Past Vicario. It's 3 points for Aston Villa, and they look like maybe they've corrected all the baloney that happened at the beginning of the year, and it looks like Spurs may be coming back down to earth,
Yeah.
dropping out of the top five.
I thought this was Aston Villa's best Premier League match of the season so far. Um, they just look so much better than they did at the start of the year, and I don't think maybe they'll get back up into like the European places or something, but they've definitely rebounded. Spurs are Spurs. They'll have moments where they look okay. They'll have moments where they look brilliant, and then they'll look terrible. And that was this game.
Yeah. Uh, if uh, if Villa's going to do well, they're going to need production out of Morgan Rogers, and they
Yeah.
got it in this one. So
Hmm.
yeah, they did what they had to do, and now they can just stop it. Ollie Watkins, what's happened to this guy?
I don't know. I
You
think
don't
he
even
wanted to
remember
leave.
he's
They
there
wouldn't let him
anymore.
leave, and now he's just stuck there.
Yeah, ridiculous, ridiculous. Anyways,
Yeah.
moving on to the match. I'm sure that some folks were interested in watching this weekend. It used to be the classic.
It did.
This was the classic for so long. The two teams that were propped up the most by the league for so very very long. And at
Hmm.
Anfield, Liverpool coming in losers to three straight. Yeah,
In all competitions, 3 straight. Yeah.
yeah, haven't lost four in how many years? You say
11
11 years?
years. Yeah. They hadn't lost 4 in a row in 11 years.
Well, you figure they're
Man
gonna.
United hadn't won at Anfield, I think, since 2016 either.
You figured they'd come out with little fire under their butts. Maybe go after these United jokers.
Yeah.
That have been pretending for so long here.
Hmm.
Nope, 66 seconds in. Brian Mbumo's going to score.
Yep.
So on the play, it looks like Alexis McAllister runs into Mbumo.
It looks like it.
Mbumo gets up, carries on with the play, runs in. The
Hmm.
Now, uh, 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 United has the ball. They're progressing forward. There was a collision. They get up. At no point would you think, was it Michael Oliver in charge of this match? Why would he think there would be some kind of head injury going from when you just collide into somebody, or are you just looking for a call to get a whistle to start
Hmm.
the play while the play is advancing? He doesn't call it. I'd say it's smart. Anyways, they score, and now McAllister is going to go to the bench and start wearing a Peter Cech-ish helmet. Peter
Mhm.
Cech, of course, started wearing that when he was knocked unconscious and had to miss, what was it, 3 months of football. And I remember John Terry had to finish the game in net
Yeah,
for
I was
that match.
watching that game. I remember that game.
Uh, Alexis McAllister, if your head was so injured you needed that helmet, you wouldn't be in the game. Come
Yeah.
on. Who are we fooling here? And of course they're going to cry about that. Oh, though it should have been blown down on the thing for head injury. He's like, no, shouldn't have. It wasn't a head injury. They knew better. Like, come on, you stop on the advance and stuff like that. Get out of here. Get out of here. What was the sub just to have anybody just run into somebody, drop down, and do this?
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly. Um,
ridiculous.
also,
Nice pass by Diallo to get to him, don't
it
you?
was great from Diallo, yeah. Um, Van Dyke hit McAllister, and I don't understand why we would need to stop the game for that. It's just that
Ridiculous.
simple.
Yeah.
But they made a huge deal over it, and then McAllister had that weird cap on his head for the rest of the half or whatever.
You better be wearing it for the rest of the season, otherwise
Yeah.
it'll be a
He
little
looked like
fishy.
he looked like a swimmer.
Yeah, it's a swimming
Well,
cap. Yeah,
yeah.
he's more aerodynamic this way,
Mhm.
just like Peter Cech,
Yeah.
who's still playing goal at net in Czechoslovakia.
Is he?
I mean, the Czech Republic or whatever, it's Czechia, whatever they want to call it.
Czechia.
Yeah, whatever they want to call it, their own
Mhm.
country. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
Cody Gaspo is going to get the equalizing goal. Um, Even when he gets the ball in close there from Chiesa, it, you're sure he's going to score, but there's definitely, well, maybe he won't. He hit two posts very, very hard earlier in the match. One comes
Mhm.
flying way out, straight out. So, yeah,
Yeah.
he's already missed 2 points, but he does get this one to go in to tie it up. But 84th minute,
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandez, Giuseppe's, going to get it in. Brian Mbumo is going to take a blast at this one. It's going to get blocked. It's going to go back to Bruno Fernandez, who decides he's going to put a cross in to the far post. And of all people, it's Harry Maguire
Mhm.
heading this in far side to give United the late lead, and they don't give it back.
Yeah.
They beat Liverpool at home. They've lost four straight. They're now a laughing stock, just like I always said they were. Except I'd be a lot happier if it wasn't United, who's also a laughing stock.
I would be too. But this is where I was saying about the commentary, because if you can find it, it's on Twitter. Gary, the clip of Gary Neville's commentary on the Harry Maguire goal is
Mm-hmm.
just him screaming and celebrating.
Yeah,
Totally biased. Totally biased commentary.
yeah.
It's
No one expects anything out of Gary Neville.
no one should expect anything less out of Gary Neville when Man United is playing, but it's just
He's
not
not a very
very
popular
professional.
person over in the UK right now either.
No.
No,
Okay.
the owners of like the club he owns, they all want him gone too.
Mhm.
Whatever.
Let's talk about Arne Slot.
Yes, please. I want to hear what he said.
Okay, before the game, he said this in the pre-match interview. We've seen Sesko play the last 3, 4, 5, or 6 times, but they go to Liverpool and they change the lineup. That's not the first where we've faced a team and they've done that. These are
What?
actual legitimate quotes from Arne Slot. Then in his post-match interview, he said, if you play United, who come here with a low block and playing a lot of long balls, and you know that is going to be difficult as it's not easy to play through them, and you don't get the chance to win the ball high up, and you concede after 1 or 2 minutes, it makes it harder. It's always difficult to defend against a team that defends in a low block that mainly plays long balls. But it makes it even more difficult when you go 1-0 down after 1 minute when a player of ours is on the floor. If you would have told me before the game that against the low block, against the team that plays so many long balls, we would have created as many chances as we did, I would not have expected us to lose this game of football. He's
Holy
losing it.
crap.
He's
Holy
losing it.
crap. You know what the great thing is that, like, it's English Premier League, so you're going to get betting sites
Mhm.
everywhere. There is now not 0% chance that Arne Slot is the next manager to be sacked.
Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
crazy. It's funny.
This is another quote from his post-match interview.
Oh hell,
We
they let him
we
talk.
defended well, but unfortunately for us, we conceded from a cross into the box. We would still be top of the table if headers weren't allowed. He's losing it.
Has Virgil
Like
van Dijk ever scored a goal with his foot? I was thinking that.
I just don't understand why people think this guy's so good. He came in, inherited Klopp's team. They didn't
Hmm.
change the team. The team won the title, sure.
Yep,
But they
consistency.
changed the team so much this year to fit his system and his tactics and get his guys. And they're terrible.
Awful.
They've been terrible all season. They've just gotten some lucky breaks and late goals. And like maybe scoring in stoppage time shouldn't be allowed, Arne Slot. Where would you be
Yeah.
then? Like
I don't
this
want. I
is
don't want to
so
bring it up.
dumb.
I don't want to bring it up too much because I'm pretty sure that a team that I follow may have beaten them in stoppage time. But
But you get what I'm saying. They've scored so many goals. Like there was a stretch there at the start of the season where all of their winning goals were after like the 80th minute.
yeah,
Like what is it? Headers shouldn't be
they needed
allowed.
they needed
Then you got
12
Jamie
minutes to take out
Carragher.
Crystal Palace.
You
Yeah,
got Jamie Carragher on Sky giving a whole presentation about why
Jamie,
long throws shouldn't be allowed. Like
Jamie
what is
Carragher.
happening?
Jamie Carragher was saying something
They
that.
seem
Oh, I
so
can't sit in this series
panicked.
too
They
much.
seem so panicked about the fact that teams have figured out legitimate tactical ways to win games that they're terrible at.
Yeah, yep.
Drives me nuts.
They,
But I
they were
saw those
doing
Arne
like
Slot
people were
quotes this
using that thing
weekend, and I
against
was like,
Chelsea forever too. They were using that low block against Chelsea. You just have to figure it out.
yeah.
Figure it out.
But I saw those Slot quotes this weekend, and I was like, what is he talking about?
Yeah,
Um, yeah. So I
he's
guess teams
ridiculous.
aren't allowed to rotate against Arne Slot.
That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, they always play him here. Why wouldn't they play him here against us? Like we've been training only to go up against Seshko. It's like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
I don't understand how people take this guy seriously. He sounds like an idiot saying this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. He reminds me of the guy from Little Britain as well.
Oh yeah,
Mark
he does kind of look like that guy.
Mark Lucas, isn't that his name? Something like that.
Matt Lucas.
Matt Lucas. That's it. Yeah, Little Britain. That's what I'm going to call Arne Slot. From now
Okay.
on. What a jerk. What a jerk. All right,
Just
last match.
utterly crazy. They play Eintracht Frankfurt tomorrow. We'll see if they can actually beat them.
if they lose, I wonder how fast he shoots up that manager
Well,
sacking board.
even
It's got to
during
be.
the even during the international break, he gave some press conference about like all the goals Arsenal scores from corners. Like it shouldn't happen. He's like figuring out math percentages and things, and I'm like,
What?
what are you doing? Concentrate on your own team.
Yeah, I think he may be having a breakdown.
I think he is too.
I think Liverpool's a very easy place to coach when you're doing well.
Yeah. Not so easy when you're not. And
Exactly.
they destroyed their team chemistry, I think. They lost a lot of really key guys. Last time we were on the show, I talked about how I think that they missed Trent more than they thought they would because nobody's being able to get the ball to Salah the way Trent could. Salah looks like a shadow of himself from last year.
Terrible. He's
Isak is
terrible.
terrible. Verts is terrible. Like their
When you have all this
backup
talent,
but they didn't address the defense very much. Their backup center back that they bought, some Italian kid that I'd never heard of, tore his ACL, so they have to play Konate against with Van Dyke. Their Jeremy Frimpong experiment isn't working. Their Milos Kerkez experiment is not working. Like I don't understand why they did this to themselves. You
I don't know.
had the
Keep it up.
championship winning team from the Premier League last year. Why did you make so many changes? I'm happy that they did.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm happy that they're losing these games and not looking well and all of that. I just don't understand why they've done this to themselves. to fit Arne Slot's system. If
It's
this is
gotta,
Arne Slot's system, it's
yeah,
terrible.
it's gotta be like he heard it. He heard it all year. This is Klopp's team.
It's gotta be.
You're a caretaker manager still. This is Klopp's team. Blah blah blah. Maybe just guess you. It's like, oh no, like Klopp didn't win the league. You know, this is
Not
gonna
the year
this is
before,
yeah.
yeah, but he
This
did.
this is gonna be this is gonna be my whole thing and stuff like that. Now because I'm so smart with these players, just wait. And I'm gonna go get these other guys from Europe and stuff like that. We're gonna win the Champions League, and
Yeah.
we're gonna have the double. And no,
And I'm gonna
not
say
easy.
this again. If I start hearing the "we miss Diogo Jota so much" stuff, I'm going to scream because you have to band together and overcome the emotions of losing a teammate in that fashion. We saw it with the Columbus Blue Jackets, like we talked about on a previous episode. You cannot use that as an excuse. I'm sorry, you can't. And maybe you miss his creativity on the pitch. I don't know why they sold Luis Diaz. Darwin Nunez, I kind of understand why Darwin Nunez got left, but like they sold
Sure.
so many players, and I'm just like, why are you getting rid of these guys?
So you can bring in guys like Wirtz
Yeah.
and
Again,
Frimpong.
they are inventing stats to make it look like Verts has been an effective player for Liverpool this season.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah. But Arne
Ridiculous.
Slot is absolutely losing it.
Good.
Hmm.
Ah, makes you feel good inside. It
Yeah.
warms my cold black heart. Okay. There
Yeah.
was one more match, and that was a Monday match. Oh, so fun to have
Oh, I wanted to say one more
Monday
thing about
football.
Man United
Okay.
and Liverpool, real
Oh, sure.
quick.
Yeah.
This is apparently the first time Amram has won back-to-back games as a Man United manager.
It's not surprising.
Yeah,
He's been terrible.
he's
He's
been
been terrible.
terrible.
But, now,
He's
if
probably
I
bought
was
himself some more time now
I
that
was gonna
they've
say
had
now if
these
I was
results.
him, I'd be pushing for an extension. He'd
Yeah,
probably get it. Okay.
probably.
Uh, one more
Brentford and
match.
West Ham.
Yeah, the London Derby. Everybody waits all year for. Yeah. So then we go to the London Stadium. Nuno Espirito Santos gets hired by West Ham. Just like Ange, he hasn't won yet at his new job.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert: he doesn't win this match either.
Nope.
He remains winless thanks to Igor Thiago, who gets a lucky roll off of Alphonse Areola's fingers. That's not great. Soft wrist. Not soft wrist on Areola for that one, scoring in the 43rd. Matthias Jensen seals it in the 95th. He's just alone in the center of the box and puts it in. The exact
Yeah.
same spot JP Mateta was in, but just didn't put it, into the upper
Mm-hmm.
deck of the
Yeah.
stadium. There's 80,000 people or whatever can fit in London Stadium that they were basically given for free. Driving me nuts. Anyways, I don't know if I think they only had one shot on target. West Ham, you know,
Yeah.
you basically stop Bowen, you're gonna stop the entire team. Going
They're
forward,
terrible.
that's all it is. Yeah, they're still in the drop zone. 8 weeks in, I think they're 19th for God's sakes. Now, associated news coming from West Ham. Their former skipper, Chelsea's former skipper Graham Potter, has found himself a new job.
Mm-hmm.
The blue and yellow of Sverige is the new Swedish national team coach. That'll help Alex Isak.
I heard someone say that they did this to shore up their ability to qualify for the World Cup, and I was like, "Are you sure about that?" I don't see how this is gonna work. To be fair to him, he did coach in Sweden for a while when
Hmm.
he started his career. He probably speaks Swedish because of it,
I can
or
speak
some
Swedish.
Swedish. Yeah, or some Swedish, so
That's
that
what I
might help being able to talk to some of these players. But what this was, I was baffled by this move from Sweden.
I can want to hear me say a Swedish phrase to Graham Potter.
Is it going to offend anyone who's Swedish that's watching?
Probably not. I could
Okay.
say du are en jävla bajskorv.
Okay.
It means you are like, well, they don't have a proper F word there, so they say Yavla because like French is like they use a religious term, so Yavla the devil. Bajskorv means poopy sausage. So there you go. It's a
Okay.
bad thing to call somebody in Sweden. Now,
Mhm.
yeah, good luck, Sweden. Now, maybe they can get a clone of Ivanisevic to come in to play for Sweden again. If not,
Yeah. And
oh boy,
they're in trouble.
they're in trouble.
Gyökeres and Isak are gonna be like listening to Graham Potter and going like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, as long as nobody uses a low block against them. Uh, he famously uh, has trouble figuring out the low block guys. You know,
Yeah.
him and Arne Slot can cry together about that a
Oh
little
my
bit.
god, it's just I don't understand. Like, oh my god, there's different tactics.
Yeah, yeah,
Shocking.
yeah. You have, I think you have a robust lineup as well. It's not just Chelsea. Figure out the guys that can do it. You know, it's
Yeah.
United. You guys had your full complement of players for the entire
Mm,
90 minutes. So you can figure it out. And you
yeah.
guys, won the league last year. So what are you gonna do? Okay, sleep wrap time. I took a look. I wasn't. I didn't think I'd be doing too well in the table and like in our predictions. And I didn't. I got 5. Fortunately, that's all that you and Ferris got as well.
Mhm.
Ryan Christensen only got 4, but I got the gold medal somehow. I think because of that stupid tiebreaker thing that
It's
we have
because
to
of the
do.
tiebreaker thing, you probably guessed closer to the actual amount of goals in the weekend. That's the only reason why that medal thing breaks ties.
It's the most important reason. Now, on to this week. Now,
I would like to point
Nuno.
out you're still 3rd in the
Yeah.
table.
Yes. You guys are right. Fell right
3
into my
behind
trap.
me and 5 behind Ferris.
Right in my trap. Okay. First match is at Ellen Road. We got Leeds and West Ham, and Nuno has to win this match. There's
Yeah,
no
too.
going back. You have to win it.
I think it'll be a draw.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Leeds to win.
I don't know who's scoring for either of them, so I'm just picking a draw.
Right. Chelsea, Sunderland. It's at the bridge. Chelsea should win this matchup, I would
Chelsea should
believe.
win this match, but I think it'll be a really good match.
Yeah, I hope so. For us and not for them. Newcastle and Fulham. This could be an interesting matchup. It's at St. James Park.
Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed with Fulham in the game
No.
from the previous weekend. Newcastle at least has Voltamata, so I'm gonna go with Newcastle.
Yeah, I was going to go with them too. It looks like offensively they're more interested. Fulham
Yeah.
interested. United, can they make it 3 in a row? They're at Old Trafford. They got Brighton.
Have you seen the United fan on Twitter that's growing out his hair until they win 5 games in a row and then he'll cut it? He has the biggest afro I've ever seen on a white guy.
Nice, nice.
Um, I th- I think that they will maybe have a letdown. I'm gonna go with a draw with Brighton.
Okay, I'm going to take Brighton to beat them. I think they're
Okay.
going high, high, high. Oh, and I think they're going to get the legs cut up from underneath it. Let's go with
Mm-hmm.
Brighton win. Brentford's in tough at GTEC Community Stadium. They get Liverpool trying to make it 5. Oh no, they're playing. Oh, sorry,
No, they're
they
playing.
could
It
they could
could,
be
it could be
they could be
6.
going for 6.
Could be going
Lost
for
in a row.
6 defeats in a row.
Yeah.
Um, I do think Liverpool's going to rebound. I think Arne Slot's losing it, but like I think they're better than Brentford, so I'm picking Liverpool.
It's hard not to it's hard not to pick against Liverpool. I'm gonna go with Liverpool. All right. Yeah. If I have to keep scratching my chin about it, it's like just do it. Just pick Liverpool. Make it
Yeah.
easy on yourself. Bournemouth and Forest.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth should beat them handily, I would imagine. I don't care about the new coach bump.
Bournemouth currently 3rd in the table with an exact scoreline the same as Liverpool's points, goals against, goals 4. They're ahead of Liverpool because of alphabetical order. That's the next
Take that
tiebreaker.
alphabet.
I
Now,
was like, surely they flipped a coin or something. No, it's just alphabetical order. That's a tiebreaker now.
Arsenal hosts the surprising Crystal Palace.
I think this will be a good game. I'm still going to go with Arsenal, though. We should be able to beat Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Arsenal's going to win. I just don't think they're gonna do that whole no shots allowed on target again.
No, I think Crystal Palace might even get a goal or two in this game, but I think Arsenal will score more.
Villa Park, they got City.
City.
This I'm going to go for a draw.
Okay.
Wolves and Burnley. Wolves have to win at the Molineux, but I don't think they're going to win.
No, I think Burnley wins.
I got
How
Burnley.
how much longer does what's the coach's name, Vitor Pereira, have in charge of Wolves?
He only started like at the end, like last couple
I
months of
don't
the
care.
season last
They
year.
are so bad.
But
They
they
have
spent
2
it on
points in
what?
8 games.
They spent it on what? They got
I
nothing.
know, but they haven't even won a game this year.
Yeah.
At some
Yeah.
point in time, they've gotta make a change or they're just sealing their fate down to the championship.
I think they sold their fate in the offseason when they
I mean,
decided
that's true.
we're losing these players. We're not going to do anything about it.
That's true.
Everton, Tottenham at Pildickle Stadium.
I'm gonna go Everton at
Each
home.
each coming off a loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Everton plays better at home. And, maybe Jack Grealish can give them a little pep into that offense for Tottenham, who
Mhm.
can Tottenham
Mhm.
themselves forever. All right, I got Everton as well. Okay, that's
Okay.
it for the week.
I was also highly amused this week by a post put out by the US account for Manchester City
Mm.
that said, like this post if your team is top of the league. And they played, of course, right before Arsenal did on Saturday. So most of the likes on that post came from Arsenal after we passed them back in the table after that game was over. But yeah, we are we're done for the day
That's it. That's it.
and the week, and we will not be here next week
Nope.
because the channel is going just taking a week off, celebrating one of our own, even though not all of us can be there. Justin's getting married on Friday. Some of us are going, others are not. The fact that the ones of us that are going are usually the ones running the live streams is a problem. So we're just going to not have live streams next week on this channel or the post credits channel. There may be some pre recorded content coming up on the channels during that week, but no live streams next week. And then Snark will be back the next week, probably with Ferris because I won't be here.
Right.
So
Yeah. So we're going to talk about how Chelsea's probably going to be top of the table by then. By the time you come back, no big deal. No big deal.
you are 5 points behind us.
Yep, it's two matches. So you guys lose both. We win both. Everybody else loses as well. And there you
So you
go.
think we're
First
going
day.
to lose to Crystal Palace and
Yeah.
then Burnley?
Never know. You never know. You
I'm
can
gonna
always
go with
hope. You
no.
can always hope, Adelia. If you guys hope it, you can do it.
Yeah.
I think that's the
Since
way it works.
yeah. So yeah. We're gonna still do our picks in the sleeper app for next
Yep.
week,
Oh
even though
yeah.
we won't be here. But maybe we'll take a picture of them and post them on Twitter or something.
Let's see how I rally back in that one too. Maybe surmount the top of our sleeper
Do
app
the
as well.
elusive 10 out of 10. Get all the matches right in 1 week.
I think Ferris has come close to that. Didn't
He
he get like
has.
8 or something like
He
that?
got like 8, yeah.
I think he's a soothsayer or some kind of witch. All right.
He doesn't watch.
I know. He watches us. He studies us. He says, "I'll
He
just do
studies
whatever.
us.
I'll
He
just do
watches
whatever
highlights,
the
and that's
opposite,
it.
whatever the opposite of Snark does. I'll do." And that's usually a good way to win.
He watches Arsenal games and Serie A. I don't know how he's doing this with the Premier League.
Syria. He does it
Yeah.
just to make me mad.
All right. Snark, where can people find you?
Oh well, back here in a couple weeks. Over on the post credits, you can watch me talk about Buffy the Vampire Slayer live Thursday and Angel live Friday. That's on our Rewatchers Council shows. Buffy Thursdays, Angels Fridays, live at 5, and maybe some pre-recorded ones after that. But we're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
Hopefully, though.
Hopefully. You can find me later tonight on A Steel Conspiracy with Shug, talking about that massive, giant comeback the Broncos had over the Giants on
Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Look what's
Sunday.
happening. Look what's happening.
It was absolutely insane, and I didn't get to see a minute of it because I didn't get the game here. They gave us the Kansas City game in the morning
So
and said you
bizarre.
don't get the Broncos game in the afternoon. So that sucked. But You can find me there talking about that with Shug, and I think that's all I'm doing this week is these two shows. I fly out on Friday, so I will see everyone in November when I get back. But thank you all for joining us tonight. Thanks, Ryan, for being in the chat. And we will talk to you later.